Could you be an architect? Let's talk. Now, there are certain skills that come with any field that you will definitely need, and architecture is no exception to this. Today, I wanted to talk about the 6 skills that you will need to be a successful architect and architecture student and just overall thrive in the field. So number 1, problem-solving skills. I'm sure you guys were expecting like creativity and da-da-da-da. Honestly, problem-solving skills. I have multiple videos on the channel that go into me saying that thinking is hard, and let me tell you, it is. So architecture is super dynamic. There's a lot of moving components, and there is going to be no correct answer because it's subjective, which I know can also be kind of frustrating, but problem-solving skills are it. And really trying to think in super dynamic and creative ways is really going to help you in the field. So if you have a really intuitive approach to solving an open-ended problem, this might be a good sign that you can be a good architect. Number 2 is communication skills. Now, I can't tell you how many times I wished I took a communication class or a public speaking class in college, and I wish it was encouraged more in high school even too. So if you are a high school student, I highly recommend taking a public speaking class because you are able to better articulate where your mind is at and your ideas. Now, I say communication skills because not only are you communicating future designs to your team of architects or designers, whoever you're working with at your firm in the future, but you're also communicating with clients. You're coordinating everything with the structural engineers, the HVAC contractors, the plumbers, the general contractors. You are talking to a lot of people because as the architect, you're really coordinating everything. So this is why communication skills is super, super important. Even learning how to negotiate, which I would say is like a part of communication skills, is super important just because you are going to be working with potential clients and you need to negotiate prices and stuff. Now, this comes on later. If we're talking more from a school point of view, if you're a current architecture student, you will have to defend your project against the jury. They are trying to teach you to have more confidence in your work, but also communicate your ideas in a professional manner that can also withstand severe criticism. Maybe they'll find a problem and a fault of the project, which is fine, and it helps you grow as a designer, but it is super, super duper important that you still handle yourself with a sense of professionalism rather than a sense of aggression. Some people get really offended when their work is being talked about, and this is something that you will have to overcome yourself as an architecture student. Number 3 is basic math and science skills. Now, I'm talking about geometry, algebra, and physics as well. So super basic, but obviously you're going to leave more of the complex structural problems to the structural engineers because they're better equipped to handle these more complicated problems. That being said, you will still have to have a basic understanding of physics, structures, geometry, right? All of these basic courses, and you will not be able to escape this really. So if you know math isn't your thing, then maybe architecture might be a bit of a struggle for you. Number 4, creative skills. Obviously, it kind of goes with point 1, but you will have to be thinking outside of the box. I know that's kind of cliche for me to say, but you definitely have to use your imagination. The best ideas and best projects we have studied in architectural history classes, you can tell that the architect had a super creative and ingenious approach to how they solved a super complex problem. So that being said, left-sided brain people might struggle just a little bit. Number 5 is computer skills and literacy. We aren't gonna get away from this. Hand drafting isn't really common in the profession anymore. Perhaps in your first couple years of architecture school, you might do a hand drawing, but that's it. Say goodbye to your pencils and rulers. We are using the computer, okay? So that being said, if you struggle with the computer, like even opening Microsoft Word, this is gonna be a hard major for you to thrive in. Now, when it comes to the programs and stuff like that, they will teach you in school. I'm actually compiling a couple of courses that you can take that make learning these softwares more fun and engaging, because trust me, I've been there where I personally enrolled in learning softwares online and they were so boring and I feel like I learned nothing. So stay tuned, guys. I'm here to help you guys out. And the sixth skill that can really aid and help you in the field of architecture is actually business related skills. Now, architecture actually really overlaps with business, and one big regret of mine is that in undergrad, I didn't get a business minor. I never took a business class or anything like that, and I feel like this was such a missed opportunity for me. Complete side note, but college minors don't really matter, but if you are really motivated to getting a minor, I would highly recommend getting a business minor because we deal with business all the time professionally. So those are the 6 skills that will help you out tremendously in the world of architecture. Let me know if you have any other concerns down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys.